Yo, what's up guys? Earl DFS coming back with another video, and today we're going to be breaking down today's NHL 4-game slate, which should be, it looks like a pretty straightforward slate in my opinion. Some pretty obvious favorites and some pretty obvious plays I think to go to for today. But let's get right into it. If you guys are new, feel free to hit that subscribe button if you get any helpful information, or if this video at all is helpful to you at all. Hit that subscribe button. You can click that like button as well. I'm trying to build the channel here to try to be able to broadcast to more people. So every like, comment, and subscribe is always helpful. So thank you guys. But let's hop right into it. We got our first game of the slate, the Washington Capitals at the New Jersey Devils. 3.5 total for the Capitals, 2.5 for the Devils. Mackenzie Blackwood in net for the Devils, and the Capitals have Ilya Samsonov. Right off the bat, I like a lot of Washington from this game. I think Ilya will be my top owned goalie on the slate. He's just a massive favorite, and that's just always something I look for in goalies. As for stacks, 2 of my top 5 favorite stacks tonight come from these Washington Capitals. We got first Washington 1 with Alex Ovechkin, Nick Backstrom, and Tom Wilson. I think this is my favorite Washington stack on the night, because they've been just playing well. I like the Ovechkin. He's 7,700, but well worth it. And 2 of them are a power play 1. If you want to do a 4-man Washington with Ovechkin, Backstrom, and then Kuznetsov and Oshie, I think that's perfectly playable. And you can even throw Carlson to a lineup like that. But that also comes into my next favorite stack, which is the line 2 for Washington with Kuznetsov, Oshie, and Vrana. And once again, Oshie and Kuznetsov, you can play with Backstrom and Ovechkin. So that should be a pretty straightforward stack tonight. I think one of these 2 are going to be one of the highest scoring stacks. These are not going to be my top owned stack, but these are my favorite from Washington. They're 2 of my top 4 favorite. Next, we got the Dallas Stars and the Florida Panthers. 2.85 for the Panthers, 2.65 for the Stars. Ben Bishop in goal for Dallas, and Bobrovsky, for the Panthers. Looking at this, lower implied totals, so I'm not as inclined to get to this game as much. I'm going to get a little bit of this line 1 from Dallas with Ben Seguin and Radulov, and I might get to Janmark, Pavelski, and Hintz, but probably not too much. For defensemen, not really anything that's jumping off the page for Dallas. I do like Yandel. He looks like to be a decent value for defensemen. And I like the goalies from this matchup. I think Ben Bishop, even though he's an underdog, still a low implied total, so I like that. And Bobrovsky might be one of my top owned goalies as well. I think for my goalie pool, just to get this out of the way now, I like Ilya, Bishop, Bobrovsky, and Anderson. And actually, Jari looks like a decent value as well. So it's going to be those 5. I don't want the Rangers goalie. I don't want Blackwood. And I'm not a fan of Mikko tonight. Even though Pittsburgh will get plenty of shots on goal, I'm not a huge fan of him. But other than that, not much from this game right here. We're going to move on to one of my favorite games of the night here, Toronto Maple Leafs and the New York Rangers. 3.59 for the Leafs, 2.91 for the Rangers. Gorgiev for the Rangers in net, and Anderson in net for the Toronto Maple Leafs. I'm going right back to this line right here, which is beginning to be the top line for Toronto. I like Hyman, Marner, and Tavares. They are going to be my second highest stack. So I am definitely a huge fan of those. If you want, you can play Marner with Tavares and then partner him up with Matthews and Nylander, if you so please, in the top power play unit. Tyson Barrie is also a good option then to pair up with either a line 2 or a line 1 stack if you so choose to get to line 1. I'm going to get to a little bit, nothing crazy though. And then on the other side, we got the New York Rangers. I like New York Rangers 1 the best. But overall as a stack, I'm not a huge fan, but I like Mika here as probably my favorite one-off of the night. He's only 6K. If you look at what he's been doing the last few games for the Rangers, he's been just shooting and scoring. So 7 shots on goals, 2 assists, 2 goals that other game, 20, 29, 22. Like, he's been on fire lately, so I'm going to probably ride the high wave there. He's only 6K. He can get you a goal. That's amazing. And I think he's my favorite one-off of the night. And also, D'Angelo is a decent play here, down here, along with Trouba for defenseman. So overall, the Rangers, I like them for one-offs rather than a full stack. And on to my favorite stack of the night, onto this game right here. Pittsburgh Penguins, 3.11 implied total. Edmonton Oilers, 2.89 total. Jari in net for the Penguins, and Mikko Koskinen for the Oilers. My favorite stack of the night, and this is the stack that brought me to third place the other night. I like Rust, Gudenzel, and Malkin. They're all on the power play 1 as well, and then you can partner them up with Letang. So I'm definitely a huge fan of this line of Pittsburgh's top line here. Not too much else I'll get to from Pittsburgh, but I'm a fan of Edmonton too when it comes to Edmonton, and then playing Kassian and McDavid as a 2 on a 3-2-1 stack. I like Gagner, Neal, and Leon here. They were one of my top plays for the other night, and they played decently well. And if you want to go to defenseman here, Clefbaum is probably one of my favorite on this slate. And I think that's about it for that. I also had a suggestion last video that I kind of put together like half a lineup to show like who I like to play. So this is what I did here. I put in my favorite goalie of the day, which is Samsonov from Washington. And then I got the Pittsburgh stack, and then I got Mika here as my one-off. I could throw defense